Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Echo Base Network. So glad that you guys are here. We are looking at this article that came out this week in a galaxy far, far away. Will Star Wars surrender to the online mob? You know, there's a lot of things that's really funny about this. Is there an online mob? I really want to know what you guys think. Because to say that there's an online mob, here's what that means. That there are people who are going to be hating it no matter what. Even if they like it, they'll lie. Even if they like it, they will lie about it because their whole intent is to get the rage clicks. I have been in this space for a long time. We've been making Star Wars videos for a long time. We're always authentic. We never say things that we just think or hope people will agree with. What you hear at our channel is what we actually believe. So I don't know any people who I'm just going to hate on everything that comes out. But that's what this other side likes to say about us. That's what this other side likes to say that we're doing, that you just hate everything. You know, you hate everything, and that's exactly the state that we're in. You're just a hater. You're just a stupid, silly Star Wars hater. Nothing you say is of relevance in any way, because that's your agenda. You're just in this for money. You're a grifter. You're an incel and you're a grifter. That's all it's about. So will Star Wars surrender to the online mob? Now, the article actually says, which is really interesting, there is no question that Hollywood is on the edge of collapse on so many forms. Amen to that. They're right there. It is because of the things that they're making. Studios find it harder and harder every day to get into pop culture zeitgeist because whatever it is being redefined every other week. Financially, they are also struggling, spending $200 million on seemingly surefire bets that are turned into a joke by the TikTok algorithm. They talk about the Acolyte, and they say that the Acolyte was the perfect encapsulation of what it looks like when the rage of the internet turns against you. You know, so here's what they're really saying. We loved the Acolyte, but the rage of the internet turned against us. That is ridiculous. The majority of the people hated the Acolyte, and that's why the show was canceled. And they're actually going to get to that in a second. They say, ultimately, whatever spin you want to put on this is irrelevant. The show was canceled because nobody was watching it. And then they take their point. But it's the reason why that happened that may be worth exploring. The reason why is because nobody was watching it because it was crap. Now, this is where they're wrong. They say, how relevant was it for the show that videos and articles tearing apart creative decisions on the show, not to speak of casting choices, were getting millions of views even before it even came out? So they're trying to paint a picture right here as to say that the Acolyte failed. People weren't watching it because of the reviews or the thoughts about it leading up to. Well, if you guys remember, there was all kinds of negative news about it, and then the trailer came out, and the trailer didn't have any of the woke stuff, and it actually looked kind of interesting for some people. There was a lot. We made a video talking about, hey, you know, wow, I was for sure that this show was going to be terrible, but the trailer for a moment had me going, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think so. And then the show actually comes out. And here's the other thing that they're missing, and this is the main point. The show had a great amount of views on opening night, the first 2 episodes. It had a lot of views on the 3rd episode, which was horrendous. Remember, the power of many. And that is exactly where they lost people. Everybody hit the exit, and the show was a debacle. Remember early on, all the shills were praising it. It's wonderful, it's great, it's glorious. And then all of that just went away and died. And the reason? Because the show was absolute trash. The story was trash. The people who liked it for other reasons besides storytelling, because they feel like it spoke to their particular demographic, if you know what I mean. The article goes on to say that other mega franchises besides Star Wars are also at the mercy of these online content creators. I guess we're part of that, who may be less interested in quality than in profiting from an algorithm driven by rage-induced engagement. This article is pure propaganda. pure propaganda. They're making a claim to say content creators are driven by rage clicks, and that's it. It's only about grifting and profit. But he doesn't give one example throughout the entirety of the article. And here's why. Because it's not true. Now, is there somebody out there rubbing their hands together going, yes, Scrooge McDuck, I'm going to make some money because I'm going to hate on it. And if I hate on it, people will click on it. Yeah, but you know what? It's really taking a shot at the viewers, because you guys know when you hear authenticity. You're not stupid. The viewers, the consumers of the content are smarter than these writers give them credit for. You know, and what about the people, flip the coin around, what about the people who love The Acolyte? Are they not shills? Do you not just love anything with Star Wars stamped on it? I think some of them are that way. And actually, there's way more evidence to suggest that than on the other end of the coin, or the other side of the coin, that people are creating content just for the rage click. That's it. No, we're actually making content based on what we actually think and believe. It just so happens Star Wars is in such a terrible, crappy place, it's easy to hate on it. But there's plenty of videos here on our channel where we're saying, that was really good. That was great. Now you know the go-to. Mandalorian Season 2 finale. That's the go-to. But dang near anything in Mandalorian Season 1 and 2. But ever since then, it's all been bad, besides Andor. I mean, there's a good episode here and there. I actually enjoyed the first 2 episodes, or the first 3 episodes of Ahsoka. And it wasn't until later where they lost me and the story just went off the rails. Dave Filoni's not a storyteller, not in live action anyways. Stick to the cartoons, Dave, because what you're doing is not good. But that's just where we are. And the media, they're joining in here. We know what's happening. You know, and studios are turning on the fans and they're lashing out. They're attacking the fandom. And that's okay. Continue to lose money, studios. People will come here and they'll get their entertainment from YouTube, where people are crapping all over the crappy products that you're doing. It would be a lot better for all of us if Star Wars made content that we loved. Star Wars Theory talked about it just a couple weeks ago. He got the most views he ever got when Luke came back. So did our channel. That's when our channel grew. We went from like 3 to 17,000 in just a month when Luke came back, because everybody was happy. We want Star Wars to be healthy again. And we're so far away from that, it is laughable. It is laughable. Now, the article, to finish this up, the topic of online bullying usually becomes the story when there isn't a strong narrative against it, i.e., when the actual show or movie that is being targeted is not very good on its own, as was the case with both The Acolyte and The Marvels. So now they get into the whole variety thing, the article saying that studios are assembling their own focus groups made up of super fans who may represent whatever the online chatter will be about when a certain TV show or movie comes out. Well, who are those super fans going to be? Are they really going to be fans, or are they going to be shills? You know, are the article and the people, the studios are trying to say, we're too scared to be creative because the fandom won't like it. Well, that doesn't stop them from making content to destroy Star Wars and destroy other franchises as well. So for them to say that they feel they're too scared to be creative, no, they've been creative in all the wrong ways. And they're pandering to people who do not need to be pandered to. Make content, make entertainment for the people who love it. For the people who love it. And you know what will happen? If you're making content that the super fans will love, then the normies will love it too. That's just how it goes. We're going to be going through this variety article. We're going to have a series come out where we're talking about this whole super fans, the backlash, the studios against the fans. And now, as of yesterday, the video that we dropped, Jodie Turner-Smith, the actors turn on the studios for not supporting them and not putting their foot down and going and rising up against the fans who are racist, bigots, and all of these other things. Ridiculous, if you ask me. We're live every Thursday night at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, and the EBN cast is every Friday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon p.m. Central Standard Time. We are Echo Base Network. May the Force be with you, and we'll see you guys on the next one.